Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Miasin. I'm going to show you two Cyber Dragon combos that are pretty nice that involved Overload Fusion and that actually allows you to make interruptions that maybe you actually didn't consider before. So I will be going relatively in-depth with this because it's really important to learn like how this can actually help you in more than just this scenario, because obviously this hand does look a bit more specific, but it doesn't mean that you need to be like living this exact, having this exact hand to do what I'm about to show you, and it doesn't have to be necessarily turn one. So I will be showing you a brick that, sorry, a combo that doesn't involve any bricks. Oh my, I'm getting mixed up with my words. And yeah, let's get right into it. So of course, you always know that Core is Chainlink 1 and Fear is Chainlink 2. This isn't even something that you build yourself, actually. So it's a chain block that inherently works because of the fact that Core is a mandatory effect. However, if you're playing on EDO Pro, it is not actually chain blocking simply because of the fact that the OCG rulings just, they kind of treat trigger effects like quick effects. So that's kind of bad because you get to get ashed on the core before you get to reveal the fear. It's like the same thing with, Veilings and Gazelle. You go Veilings Chainlink 1, you don't even know if they have the Gazelle yet. And then you're like, did you break? Okay, maybe I'm gonna Veiler you. And then to the Veiler, they chain Gazelle. You're like, what? But in the TCG, don't worry, it doesn't work like that. They have to go Veilings 1, Gazelle 2, do you have a response? So that is the one difference, just to make sure that you aren't actually kind of lost. And by the way, this is really cool, huh? Because I have Seeger, Overload, and Overflow, yes. And I'm about to make Infinity and still have Overflow. Do you know how I'm about to do that? It's actually quite unique because this is considering the fact that you don't have any other cards working with you in your hand. So it's basically just like a bare minimalist, like 3-card combo, and we're going to do something very cool. So we're going to set the Overflow just so we can destroy it, yeah. And we're going to go Rampage, pop our own Overflow. Now you might be wondering, okay, but that was kind of a pointless move because since you're searching a card just so you can destroy it and search a card that Core could have searched anyways, why are you doing this instead? You're just doing one extra step. That's actually incorrect. You're not doing one extra step. This is part of the combo, and this is what makes this actually genius. And you're gonna find out why really soon. So I'm gonna destroy Overflow and search the Cyberload Fusion. So one really cool thing with, Cyberload Fusion is that it synergizes amazingly well with Overload Fusion. So this would technically be a play that you can kind of always do, but Anaconda stops you from summoning, special summoning, for the rest of the turn when you actually use its effect to copy the fusion effect. So because of that, even though you overloaded and fueled, you're banished, so you could technically make Cyberload. Well, you still can't because of Anaconda. However, if you hard draw Overload Fusion, which could theoretically become, a searchable card in the future if we get good support, or if you're actually playing 3 Overload in your build, maybe you're playing OTK version, this still works. If you're playing OTK or Trap or whatever, this is just a very flexible combo. You don't even need to add like any bricks to it. That's what I said. This is like a brickless, really cool combo. And you're going to see very, very soon. So we're going to be sending basically Hertz and Core just for our free plus. It just doesn't really matter. Then we're going to go Overload into Rampage numero dos, and we're going to use its effect so we can actually pitch the Nexter and pitch the Cyber Dragon. Yeah. And then we're going to make Nova, revive back Nexter, and then revive back Rampage. This allows you to actually apply significantly more pressure to the opponent's, on the opponent's board. And we're going to actually make AURORADON, so that's actually the really cool part. So now we're going to, obviously, you can already see where this is going. By the way, I should have made Infinity first. It doesn't really matter, but yeah. The thing is, Cyber Dragons lose to Nibiru regardless. Even if you summon Rakaba, it has 2500 attack. It's not negating anything. Nibiru can just jump over. And if you're making Rampage, well, it doesn't matter. There's like kind of nothing to, unless you have another light attribute in your hand and you didn't use the effect of Hertz yet, but more than likely, I don't know. It's hard to play like through Nibiru. It's like 4-card combos or like 3-card combos if it's like Core, Machine Dupe, and like the nuts. So yeah, now I make Infinity and I tribute 3, get back my Overflow. And that's actually a nasty Overflow. It's an Overflow for 4. Look at this, man. We have Core, Fear, Cyber Dragon, and Hertz in the grave. And a stacked grave, a Rampage for Nexter, and an Overflow that can pop 4 with a Core that is an instant follow-up, like right off the bat. and we have an Infinity as well. So absolutely fantastic. I love this. Let's get into combo number. All right, I'm gonna make you guys, machine dupe players quite happy with this one, because yes, it is a combo that uses machine dupe. And it's actually a really adorable one, so it's just especially super cute, but once again, it's just showing you a really important thing with deck building, and showing you that if we get good support, cards that aren't necessarily, like, playable right now, or cards that were playable back then, but kind of stops seeing play, can just become really good out of nowhere. And this is one really cool board that you can do when you have this hand. And once again, I'll be showing it to you right now. So Core is going to search Cyber Network. I love this card so much if we get more support. Like I said, right now it's just not good enough because it's slow. The effect is like really high ceiling, but it kind of relies on you having like a relatively good hand. So that's why I'm like kind of hesitant. But yeah, Machine Dupe gonna summon those 2 Cyber Dragons, just so you can make a Nova, and then make El Mirage, revive back a Cyber Dragon. Why am I doing all of this? It's kind of whack. It's you're acting kind of sus, Yasin. Don't worry, it's obviously all part of the plan. We're gonna make Barricade Board Blocker, and now we're gonna make AURORADON. So we actually had to get a lot of those cards in the graveyard before we could make AURORADON. So if we actually just used 2 Cyber Dragons and a core, wouldn't have worked. It would have just made like an AURORADON without getting Nova in the grave. But with this specific line of play, then we can actually get Nova, and then when we go for AURORADON, we can just do a bit more. So we are, I believe, going to tribute 2 to summon this boy, Mecha Phantom Beast something. The effect sucks, don't even consider it. And we're going to be making one of the most random cards ever. Once again, the effect sucks, don't read it. Level 9 Light Machine Synchro. That's all you need to know. So it's a light machine, which means that if we banish it for for the monster that I'm about to summon is fusion material, we can revive it back with Network. So what are we gonna make? Chimera Tech Overdragon and the extra monster zone, man. And when Overdragon is summoned, you have to send every other card on your field to the graveyard. It's a mandatory effect, it is not optional, so unfortunately your FA motor something has to be sent too if you don't banish it as a fusion material, and that's why this step is actually really, really important. So now we're going to Soul Charge from the Banished, which is amazing, right? How could you can't ask for anything more. Well, of course you can, because now we have 2 level 9 monsters on the field, and you know what that means, my friend. You obviously know what 2 level 9s mean. Well, Infinity first, and then V to the F to the D, which is also really cool. And now we have 2 level 5s and the Cyber Dragon core on the field. We're going to get the best, like the most of what we have. So we're going to make Pleiades and then bounce back to core, so yes. 3 cards gets you to Infinity, Pleiades, VFD. Yes, you had to play 2 bricks in order for this to work. Well, like 5 or 7 if you count like Machine Dupe and Cyber Dragon, but that doesn't matter, okay? That doesn't matter. Basically, Cyber Network and this Mecha Phantom Beast guy, they suck. But you can still make VFD in like a cool way with the Trishula fusion by banishing 3 materials. So even if you don't play the Phantom Beast garbage, you can still do VFD. It's not that hard, it's just kind of whack because you have to banish cards on your field. And like Cyber Network gets them back, sure, but then you have to send your Trishula, so you have to Trishula afterwards. And at this point, you just kind of look stupid because you're like, wait, hold on, I could have... I don't know, like all of that just for 1 VFD? Man, imagine losing to like Chalice, or double Chalice, because you would have an Infinity as well. You just wouldn't have the Pleiades, and you wouldn't have Core as a follow. But I still think this is really cool, so if you guys have any comments or feedback, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.